there, like that's nice, right? See how it's got a gap right there and a gap right there? And the reason being is because it's kind of rounded. Let's go over here. Come on, Zachary. We'll just put that in. I'm just taking that and guessing. You can see where center is. You can guess how much the center is. Guess it. I'm just guessing. Put a little bend in it. What's that going to do? It's going to make it flat. Well, it's going to make it go to each end.
Oh, okay.
Gap is gone on the sides. No, I'm not. There you go. Cruise on. Just try to round them up the best you can.
Can I keep that to reference it?
Sure, it's right there, man. Sure. And what you can do, and obviously what you can do if you want to, you can vice grip that right on top, like once you get one, if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I just round them off and go with it. Round them up, just give her. Take that away, you don't need that. Just round them up and go for it. Round them up and go for it.
Okay.
Yes, give her.
I shut it off when I came over here, so I don't have one on.
Round them up and go for it. Just round the ends. Round the ends. It don't have to be perfect, but I can see that that's higher than that side. You know what I mean? Just round them ends off. See that bad boy? Help with you. Marker right there. Right? Square going on there. Marker there, big marker. Marker on that side, see the marker? Gotta get it off. Clear the metal off so it lays flat. Grab your other one and do the exact same thing. Just round it off like that. You got her. You're the champ. Just remember that. You're the champ! So I just welded that tab on there. I'm going to drill a hole in that, and then I can unbolt there, and then pull that motor mount off. That's all I really need is a tab, so I'm going to go with it. I was going to put a piece on the side, but it made it harder to get off, and it doesn't make sense for me to make it harder than easier. I don't know how the power steering leaks while it sits there, but whatever. What's that? What for? The tab? For the motor mount so I can take it off and on. That's what I'm putting the tab on there. We're going to put a bolt down through it so we can take the motor mount off and on. Because the motor has to go in. Ah, we just welded it. Showing Zach how to lose a finger. Ah, he won't lose a finger. So we're going to go get the tool that I don't generally like to use, and that's a drill. Looks good, Zach. Turn it over. Don't eye it up too much. You know what I mean? If you get playing with it too much, then you just kind of, you know what I mean? Just grab the other side, put it on the other side, and go for it. And if it doesn't work, then just bring it back and grind a little bit more. You know, that's keep it simple if possible. Keep it simple. We'll do with this side, then we'll go on to the other side. Excuse me, sweetie pie. Sweetie pie, sweetie pie. My Jolene's a sweetie pie. Aren't you, baby? You're my sweetie pie. I think that's why I hate drills. We'll go with the small one first, and then we'll work our way up to our size of our hole that we want. I think it would be alrighty. I'm going to cut the rest of the plasma cutter. I've got to make 2 more tabs. Alrighty. 2 more tabs. What do you think, Zach? Do they fit in the hole?
I just gotta bend them. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Taking. Okay, get that flapper wheeled off. Yeah. Good. Figure out where center is. Wait. And put them in the brake. And give them a little tiny bend, like not a whole bunch, just a little. Just a little bit. Right?
I've never used a sheet metal bender in my life.
Come here. Got the line right there. Got the line right there. I'm just going to set it on line. This is the arm that tightens the brake down. That end's already tight, but we're just using this end. You're just going to put it in there like so. And then draw quite a straight line. And you're just going to watch it bend the metal. Just bend the metal a little tiny bit.
Oh, it's so easy to mess up. That's so easy to mess up.
Well, no, it's not.
No?
No, not really. Just gonna bend it a little bit. That one fits. You got that one. You can do it! Put your brain into it.
If you're watching, cross your fingers.
Put the camera on him, Jolene. Put the camera on him.
Comment if I got it.
Let me see. Let me see it. Yeah, it's good.
Did I do it? Did I do it?
Well, you tell me. Looks like it's touching on that side, touching on that side. Seems like it's ready to rock and roll. Looks good. Looks good. It's ready to rock and roll.
So you want me to tack weld that on?
I do. I'm going to gear you up. Bum. With the welder, I guess. Yes. I'm thinking that. We have 2 welders here. We have 2 welders here. Where's the third one?
I think it's behind the Bugatti.
Okay. This one here. All right. I'm going to use that one. I'll let you use this one. How's that? Excuse me, Fina. All right, you gear yourself up. You know how to undo the cords, plug it in. Wife. Just wondering where the no gas on that one.
This one's your helmet.
That's not the one I was using. It's the one that was in the way, had no wire. That's the one I was using right there. Yeah, you can use that if you like. So you're going to plug that in right there. As far as you need it. As far as you need it. As far as you need it. Don't need to go any further. Yep. Plug in right there. And start it up. Plug in the wall. Right here. I'll just slow down here a little bit. I'm working though, you see. Take this all off, get this all unwound. Get it straightened out.
Where should I ground it? Right
I want you to straighten it all the cords out first though. That's the way they work best.
Okay.
Just straighten them out. Like come bring your. Well, first thing you should do is get the cords and just straighten them out so you know that you've got everything. You know what I'm saying? That way there, with the cords are straight, and the welder works the best. Alrighty. We're on C. We're on. Check that out there. Turn the gas on. Just open that up. It shows you which way to open it. Look down, see if you got any gas. Sure, you get all kinds of gas. Turn it on. Let's do something here. Let's get you geared up. Okay. You get a pair of gloves. That one seems to fit very nice. That one will stay. So I'm going to get a pair of channel locks or this for you. I think these will work or reach, I think. I'll just tack them in so you can get going. Start rolling. Should kind of well touch them in here. Now, if you have any issues with anything, see how that's popped up there a little bit? Once you get that tack down and tack down there, then you can hit that with a hammer and just knock it down. So any place that's off, you weld beside it where it's tight. So watch. If I see how it's up, see how it's sticking up there? See that metal sticking up?
Yep.
See if I weld it here, push that down. Now I could hit that with a hammer because it won't go boom, it won't take off on you. But anyways, go around all of them. You might want to take a little more primer off that one. I probably should have got that one a little bit better, but you'll fill that with weld. You're fine. Let's take a little bit more primer off right there.
Let me use some sandpaper.
Just here. Because you won't weld when it hits primer, right? Must be bare metal. There you go. Tack around each one of them. Go like keep an inch apart and go all the way around. Inch apart all the way around. Inch apart all the way around. Inch apart all the way around, and then go back and put one right beside where you had the inch one. You know what I'm saying?
Like the one I did on the bumper?
Like this. I'll show you. That way there you know. Make sure that's where it's on there. You could probably take that primer back a little further. Now, do that to each one, and then when you come back, like you do that to that one, do that to that one, do that to that one, then when you come back, you can plug a piece of weld right on the, you know how we put it right beside, how we do the wire right beside it? So you just go back and go right beside that one. So to keep the heat down, you're going to do this all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. Then you're going to come back and plunk one on beside every one of these ones. And then you're going to do the exact same thing to that one again, that one, and carry on until it's done.
All right, sir.
Ready, set, go. How you feel about that, Zach?
Good.
I got you in a rush? What?
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but just a second. I'm not sure, but yeah, go for it. If the primer's buggering you up, just take your grinder, get your air grinder going, and grind that primer back just a little bit further. Okay, you got it. Go for it. Go for it. Remember what I said, if you're having a problem with the primer, just grab the primer and grind it back a little bit further. If you have a problem with it. Oh, where did I put that piece of metal? What you need? Just making the tab to go on that motor mount. I made one end longer than the other. This part's going to weld to the mount. This part's going to be where the bolt is. I just made it a little bit longer so it's easier to get the bolt in. Back. So we know where our holes are on this side and that side, so when I get the plasma cutter, I can just cut the hole around the hole, and then I'll know where it's at. See that drop down easy where you welded it? If it wasn't welded, it would go...
It would mess up all over.
Well, it would just be bouncy. It would be bouncy. Actually, that sits in there pretty nice. I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm just going to weld these on. Ooh. Let me see your air thing for a second. What do you want to know? It's going okay?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna cool as I go.
No.
No.
No. You're only an inch apart. You're not hurting anything. I just want. That's why I'm getting you to go inch apart.
Oh, okay.
So you don't need no air. If you were welding 4s in a row, I would say yes. But where you're going spot, 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 that's why we're moving on to the next one. And then we'll go back, and the heat will be up there, and then you'll be over here. So it shouldn't affect it. No, you're on to the next one. You're on to the next one. There you go. Gotta turn your welder on. I think mine's on. Did you turn mine off? Or mine's off. Ah, there you go. I'll turn mine on then. How's that? Want to open her up a little bit. Open her up a little bit. Just want to make sure it's sitting right. That'll be better. Beautiful. Beautiful. Come on. Just gonna leave it. Drill some holes in those. Bum, 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 bum. Should have left that drill bit out. I like things on the ground because if they're on the ground, they don't fall. Don't want that to move. Ah! Don't like that. Damn it. Now, I'm going to take them off and burn some holes in them with the plasma cutter. Going right beside the next one, the other ones, right? Yep. Cool. Five 16ths. Not driver's at. There they are. What has to happen is I have to put some nuts in the frame to accept. I remember I had a hard time doing this for some reason. I'm hoping there's not a whole bunch of holes there. Alright, now what I'm going to do is a marker. Just making a guideline for myself, trying to go around that hole, center that hole, and I'm going to do the exact same thing for this here. I'm going to cut these out. I'm going to cut them out. This one here I can bolt nut it. This one here I have to weld a nut in top on the top side of the chassis so I can run a nut through that because I'm not going to be able to get at that. So that's what I'm going to have to do there. You said you wanted to learn how to put mud on, did you not?
Yes.
Oh, you're going to get your chance. You're going to get your chance. Did you go all the way down to where the vice grips are on that one?
Yeah, like right.
Okay, you did that one. Good, good, good. Just checking in on you, man. Checking in.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. He's on his way to success. Are you not?
Trying.
Right on.
Trying.
I might just drill these. Might make it easier for myself just to drill them. Not sure. Now. I wanted to try the new plasma cutter out, but we only have one 220 hookup out here. I only have one 220 hookup, and I am not unplugging my welder and then plugging that in, plugging my welder in, so back to the old one. That's basically the end of it. You should never touch anything with greasy hands that you're getting ready for paint. You should never touch anything with greasy hands. And I think that's why when people say you shouldn't be touching your stuff, you know, it's because if you have a greasy hand, you shouldn't be touching primer because you're going to paint it, and that causes problems. So basically that's why I'm going to move this stuff. Full time moving stuff. But that's the name of the game. And how fast you move it depends on how fast you get it done. And that red baby. I've got every light socket and every plug-in in this shop wore right out. I do. I've got them wore right out. Damn it. Basically what I want to do is stretch the cords out, get them out straight. Alrighty. I stick my gloves up. Nice looking motor mount, eh? Piece of exhaust pipe brought through the middle of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and get a nut. The size that I'm going to weld in there. I need 2. I need 4. I need 4. Go a little bigger. Come on. Must be stuff in there to make that stronger inside the chassis. Just got to make that a little bigger so I can get that nut down in there. Actually, what I want to do, I'm going to cheat. Well, I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to take the die grinder and die grind them a little bit bigger. And the reason being is that I can get a nice round hole instead of me going too much on one side and not lining up again. What I'm doing is I'm just starting inside. I'm starting this plasma cutter inside the hole, and then I'm going out to the mark. That's what I'm doing. Inside construction in there that's hindering me. Just cutting it out. Hello! Someone turned the lights off. That isn't it. That one is. That never kicked out of me before like that, but that's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I'm going to do this, turn that off. Steal this. If it get caught, it will. How you feel, Zach? Feeling good about things? Huh? Feeling good about things?
Yes.
Good. That's all I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. Might as well do those ones right there while I got the head muffs on. And then I know I got them all ready. Put some ear muffs on Jolene. Thanks, Zach. Jolene probably wouldn't mind some ear muffs, would ya? Huh? Where's your goggles? Here you go, sweetie pie. Mercuries. Love you more. That's the game we play. Isn't it, baby? That's the game we play. This thing on or not? No.
Chad, should I go up from under this and tap this up a little bit?
Why not weld and fill it?
Okay.
So you're missing it there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Nope, just taking, that's not going to ground like that.
No?
No, there's no metal. It's primer, right? You're going to have to go on top of the metal. You know what I'm saying? Has to be bare metal. We can knock a little bit of, yeah, we can knock a little bit off if we want to here.
Okay.
Put it on bare metal. And when you weld that, just take and bring the weld on top, bring the weld over to this. Okay?
It's all right if I take a little bit off. Primer on the side.
Yes, just start knock a little bit off. Here, flapper wheel be best. That grinder wheel would just cut metal instead of taking off the primer, if you know what I'm saying. Come on. There we go. Now. Dun, 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 dun. Pair of vice grips. Nope. Yo, should have thought about that, shouldn't I? Ha ha! Ha. Someone here? What? Fina, come here. Come here. Come here. Good. Is there someone here, though? Okay. Well, that's what she's all about. I don't want to take off all the weld, and that reason being is if I take off all the weld, then the integrity's gone, me welding them in there. So I'm going to leave a little bit on, probably a 1/16. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's not even the one that goes on there. Look at that. So our holes are pretty well there. Just going to take the die grinder, knock them out a little bit. There are holes right in there. A little bigger probably. Wouldn't be bad to shove a drill bit down through it maybe. 2 holes down there to do. The holes down here, I'm just going to drill them because they're so close. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a look and see if anybody's at the door because Fina was barking. Nobody at the door. Thanks, Fina. How you making out, Zach? Good. Good.
I gotta grind them off because I gotta see.
Yes. I understand that completely. That's what happens when you weld something out. You got to grind it off. All right. Yeah. Good. I'm happy with it. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. When you come back here, throw a couple more welds on top of that. Then you can build that up a little bit. You know what I mean?
And then over here, I don't know if I made a mistake.
It's fine. It's fine. Just keep cruising.
Peel a little bit.
No, that's called primer.
Okay.
That primer could have come off a little bit further. That's all. Just keep going. As long as you're not getting too much heat, and go on to the next one. I'd go on to the next one.
Okay.
I'd go on to the next one, and then we'll grind them off and see what you got. What's going to happen there? I think it's going to be okay because once we grind them off, it'll be great. Not good, but great.
Thanks, man.
Well, I mean, not bad for second time welding or third time welding, you know. What can you expect? Looks good. Looks good as anybody else welding it up. Once it gets ground off, it'll be just as pretty as anything else, as far as I'm concerned, as long as you get all the holes. And yeah, I love a drill. Listen, my drill is my arch enemy, I'm telling you. I'm hoping, where's that? Wasting my time with that one. Wasting my time. Just getting them back in place is kind of a curse, you know. Get in there. See, it birded up, and now it won't go down in the hole. And that's why I hate drills. I'm gonna have to go look for something. This is when it gets aggravating. This is when it gets aggravating. Where'd that go? That bolt. Good work. Now if it'll drill the hole. Didn't want to, but I shoved it through. Maybe that's why. Oh, I gotta do these ones. Just unplug that, I did. Junk, I say. Junk. Make sure. This one's a little bit harder. There we go. Probably run the drill down to them. A bit much of a hole, but it helps. Nope. Two more holes in this. So this has finished welding them up. Alrighty. Now what I'm saying is, all I have to do is, if it fits there, if it's there, if it fits there, if it's all good. All I have to do is clean them up, finish welding the tabs on nice, grind them all up, get them looking real good. I might finish a little weld in there, get a little slag in there, make them look the best I can. These two in over here, fit like that. And bing bang, the motor mounts are ready. I've got a few more holes. I got to do a hole there with a nut. I got to do a hole there with a nut because that's where the mounts on the car. I can't. And just, I got to continue on with that sort of stuff to get it rock and rolling. I got to finish welding. This is where the radiator bolts on. I put a piece of pipe going inside this pipe so it would not crush it when you bolt it up. So now I'm going to weld that piece of pipe in there and then grind that out nice so it does not crush. Got to weld that up. Got to weld all the bottom of the mounts. Got to flip it upside down. There's a bunch to do, but there's a bunch of small stuff just like that is what's got to be done, and just make everything look good, feel good, and continue on. So what I'll do is I'll weld these up now. Weld this up, weld that up, weld that up, weld that up, clean the slag in there, clean the weld on from underneath here, and just make it look nice and pretty. Basically, that's all I can do. That's all I can ask for. That went not bad, not bad. Now, that's what I'm going to do right now. Turn the welder back on and try to finish those up. How are you making it, Zach?
Check them out.
Good. See, got a little weld build up there. That's fine.
Should grind them off and check them out.
You can grind it off and check it out. You know how to grind it off, do you?
Hard disk.
You can probably use that little one would be fine, that little side angle grinder, but what I'm saying is you're only grinding.
Only grinding the weld.
Another check mark for Zach, another check mark. Good job, right? I don't know, basically that's what's going on. You want to find that little, it's right underneath your welder there. You're going to take the air from me, obviously, and that's okay. And you're just going to grind the weld. And then after that, we'll clean the metal up, right? And then we'll do a little filler work to it. And then we'll prime it again, and these holes will be gone. I'll do the motor mounts, and then we'll meet in the middle. That's how that rock and rolls. So just making 2 motor mounts for the Bugatti is quite a process, you know. If you've never, you know, to paint a car or to weld a couple pieces in a car is totally different than building a car. From shock mounts to rack and pinion to motor mounts to body mounts to a front end to the rear end. Big difference. Big difference. And also, I've had many people write in, or not many, or a few people, I guess, write in and say, you should do this, or change this, or change that. Well, you know what? What I do is I build it, and then if something's wrong, I fix it. That's basically what goes on. But if I continuously say, oh, that's not going to work, or that's not going to work, and continuously go on like that, you would never get anything done. So basically what you got to do is you got to get your mindset that you're going for it, and you really got to say that's going to work, I think that's going to work. If it doesn't, go in and change it, but go with it. And then if it doesn't work, you just come back and fix it. That's as simple as it is. Yeah, that's as simple as it is. If it does not work, you fix it. And that's where I'm at. I just keep going forward until the job is done, and that's basically it. And if I did not do that and keep second guessing myself, you would never get anything done. And that's not me. That's not me. You could probably guess that anyways, couldn't you? You probably guess that anyways. That guy don't let nothing stop him. And that's basically the way I go about it. Try not to let anything stop you. Basically, I want it to be welded up on both sides. It didn't look good in there, so I'll weld that up and then grind it up, make it look good. And the reason I didn't go all the way around in one bead is because I didn't want to heat it up too much and get it just distorted. That's all. I want it to fit when I go put it back on. And there she fits, just like that. Beautiful. Something like that, where it's going to be hard to get at. I'll run a little die grinder in there, knock off all the rough stuff, buff it off the best I can. Then when we sandblast, every little piece will have to be sandblasted and massaged so it looks nice. We're going to do this chassis nice. So when it's done, when it's sandblasted, and then we prime it, and then we go to paint, before we paint it, I'll take some seam sealer. I haven't done any seam sealing yet, I don't think. But I'll take some seam sealer, put it on my finger and go, and rub it on each weld so it looks nice. Just rub a little tiny bit on, and what that will do is it'll fill any pockets of the weld that don't look good. You know what I'm trying to say? When I put a little seam sealer on it, like you can take on this sort of stuff, I can take a die grinder and die grind it off and make it look nice the best I can, a little bit, you know. The stuff you can't get at, the stuff of the weld, just take a little bit of seam sealer, the stuff you put on the seam of your door, put on your finger, and just rub it over your weld, and it'll make that weld look 100 times better. And it's really more or less for looks than anything, because the seam sealer will go in the little tiny holes or the little tiny places that are low spots in the weld, and it'll make it look good. That's a big old engine that Jolene has in the car, and I do not want, it doesn't go there, I do not want any issues with the motor mounts. Looks good. Looks good. Clean that off a little bit more. Take a little bit off. How long are we? Wow. Okay, just 1 minute. We'll give away a hat or a shirt. So them all have to be ground. All the mounts will have to be ground, sandblasted, primed, and you know, if something doesn't look right, we'll even use a little bit of filler. Come around this side first, baby. Let's show them what we got done here. Oh, Zach's skimping down. He's got a. We worked hard yesterday. We got some racking put up that we bought from our friend John. Just love it because it really helped get everything off the ground. Got all the transmissions piled up in there. Got all some gear, Jolene's gear all piled up in there off the floor. Jolene's engine sitting here. Got the LS sitting here. Got the engine. Really cleaned it up a lot. I'm very happy about that. It took what it took. It took us a while. But now we have all the transmissions down underneath here. It all looks good and piled up there, and all the valve pan covers and all the intakes, and the engines are still sitting there. Very happy with it. getting stuff up out of the way and doing that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's where we're at. It went well. I love the racking. It really got things up out of the way, and it helps out a lot. And the racking was easy to put up. It was easy. You think that's hard because you have to put it in and slide it in and slide it in. Nope, you just slide it in, push down, perfect. This is all Jolene stuff, all her new brakes, her steering column, all her air ride, all her gas tank door. We got a nice gas tank door to put on it. Yeah, all her shocks, radiator, beautiful, loving it. Thought I'd show you just because I'm proud that we got it done. Just a sec, Zach, we'll give away a hat or a shirt, we can hear ourselves. Zach's got his pieces welded in, that's down low, I like it down low, other than being high, because once this piece is too high, then the filler has to come up high. We can put a little bit of filler on that, and then we should be fine. And once that piece is sunk down in there, that's good. Then we'll close them holes off, and it's quite a bit of work just to this front piece. 1, 2, 3, 4. The piece welded on the front. 5. Had to fit it in there. Just to get that piece to fit there, down inside there, is a major piece of construction. It really is. We're going to give away a hat or a shirt. Don't know whether you got that camera pointed on me or not, but it's quite close. And Jolene's chassis is coming along. I cannot put the car back on the chassis until I do all that small stuff to make it right. The motor mounts were made, yes they were, but you've seen what I had to do. I had to drill a bunch of holes, I had to weld in some nuts, I had to put tabs on the engine mounts themselves. That stuff will all be sandblasted, all be primed, it'll be filled if it has to be, it'll be filled, made to look right. We're going to make the chassis look better than new. And the reason I'll say better than new is because we're probably going to prime it, fill it, prime it, sand it, and put on a nice, probably 3 or 4 coats of urethane, and make it look extra special nice. We're not going to show any welds. We're going to grind them all, fill them all, and do that to it. Why not? You want me to carry it? Have to go a little closer, no in it right here. Put that right there. Fina wants to go outdoors and chase the varmints. Ooh, nice cool air. 306 comments. Thank you very much, everybody. We appreciate it, that's for sure. Zach's doing a good job putting in the pieces. That's good. Going forward. That man. Comment is thumbs up. Well done. Won you a hat or a shirt, did it not? You took the time to put the thumbs up, and basically that's how I answer a lot of people. If they ask me a question, I just give them the thumbs up because I'm not the talker on the internet, and I don't pretend to be, and I'm not. Jolene does all the internet work, and she does a fantastic job at it, so I want to give her hats off. Jolene looked amazing this morning. Woke up 7:30 looking like a 10. Plug your ears, Zach. But anyways, that man. Anyways, he got a comment. He put the thumbs up. He did the trick. He put a comment in. He won her hat or shirt of his choice. And you get a hold of Jolene, and she'll set you up. And if anybody does not receive their gear, Jolene has nothing to do with transit. She has nothing to do with it. She can get your hat and get your shirt and put it there, or order it and get it sent to you. But she has nothing to do with the truck driver or how it gets there and how long it takes. So we have to give her a little break on that because she has nothing to do with it. She can only order it and send it to you, and that's all she can do. But I want to thank that man for putting the thumbs up. And if you're putting the thumbs up, we must be doing a pretty good job. See you tomorrow.